Hi guys, I'm Liz Lovejoy. I'm a ManyVids model and a sex worker. And today I want to talk about something serious. This is something that happened to me and I just want to tell my story so that people can know this stuff happens to sex workers and it's real and we really don't feel supported by law enforcement. And it's really hard for us to tell these stories sometimes because of how it makes our customers look at us and how people that we know, like family and friends, look at us like our job is unsafe and we shouldn't be doing this kind of work when we share these kind of stories, when it's not. We shouldn't be doing this kind of work. It should be there should be laws to protect us and that kind of thing. So what happened to me is I had been a sex worker for maybe 6 years at the time, and I had never had any really serious problems with anybody. I had a few incidents where a customer got mad at an appointment and snatched the money back off the table and ran away or something, and that was it. So it started with somebody had messed with the lock on my house, and I don't know if it had anything to do with sex work, but I suspect. But it could have been just bad people in my neighborhood or something, just random. But for somebody to keep doing it repeatedly, I would think that they were trying to target me personally. So anyways, I noticed that somebody had tampered with the lock on my door. They had tried to pry it off. So that scared me. I called the police. The police didn't do anything about it. They basically said that there was nothing they could do at all. So they took a report and left. And then a week later, somebody came and tried to kick in the door. He was yelling police, open the door, and banging really hard. And then he started kicking the door. And I know it wasn't the police because I don't do anything for the police to have to kick my door in. So I right away got on my phone and started calling 911. And I was yelling really loud, I have the police on the phone. I opened the window and I showed him I was on the phone. And so the guy ran off. The police station is well, it was because I moved, partially because of this, what was going on. So, it was 5 minutes from my house. It was literally a block from my house. So the police get there, I don't understand why they didn't drive around and look for the guy or anything because he was on foot. So they got there, they didn't do anything. In that situation, really, what can you do other than look for the person? But yeah, so the guy got away. So finally, maybe a couple weeks after that, my friend had came over and she didn't lock the door behind her. And I was really paranoid about the door with the stuff going on. But, she wasn't thinking about it. So she didn't lock the door. And this guy came in with a ski mask, and he had a big knife, and he was threatening us with it. And he was give us all your money and stuff. And we didn't have any money. So he went around the whole house and messed everything up and was throwing stuff around and just like making a mess and like brandishing his knife and like trying to scare us. And like, so finally he like got frustrated that there wasn't any money and he ran away and like totally trashed my house. So, I didn't want to call the police again because, like, number one, my friend didn't want to call the police because she had warrants. I didn't want to, like, get her involved in it. And then also, like, I kind of felt like I don't want them to start, like, watching my house or, like, thinking that, like, trying to, like, find out that I'm, like, a sex worker and start trying to, like, arrest me or something. Because, like, I have had, like, situations, like, that I've heard of that happening. So, I just didn't want to, like, attract attention to myself. And, like, after all this, like, he was, like, wearing gloves. Like, he didn't leave fingerprints. Like, I didn't even see his face. So, I felt like they're not going to be able to catch this guy. And nobody got hurt and nothing got stolen, so it's not going to be at the top of their priorities. So, anyways, like, I did actually go down to, like, the police station and report it a few days later, though. But I didn't call them to, like, come out right at the time it happened. So, anyways, like, that was really traumatic to me. Like, I just felt really unsafe in my house. Like, somebody is, like, personally, like, bothering me. And they're, like, coming after me. Like, I don't know. So I have to be careful. And, like, it just really affected me. Like, I used to be the person who would, like, walk to the store at, like, 9 o'clock at night at like after dark. And like after that I was like, at first, like, I wouldn't even go out by myself at all because like I was so scared that somebody was gonna like come up behind me in my driveway and like push me in my house or like do something like that. Because I was thinking, like, they didn't get what they wanted the first time. Like, what if they, come back and try to do it again? And, like, I was just really scared. And, like, that really affected my working because I was thinking, like, if they, like, pretend to be a new customer or something, they could, like, get in my house that way and attack me or just, like, anything like that. So it just really like negative affected me, like my work. Like I really had like PTSD over it. Like I was really like on edge all the time in my house. Like that's the place you're supposed to like feel safe. But I would hear the littlest noise, and I would and like with that happening, I mean, I feel like I have to go check. Like, is somebody like trying to pick the lock on my door, doing something like that, So, like, I don't know, but, like, it just, like, really affected me negatively, but I'm kind of getting past it. Like, since I moved, I feel a lot safer. Like, I'm in a lot more safer neighborhood, and I'm on a really busy street with, like, businesses across the street from me. So like there I feel like somebody would be less likely to do that because there's a lot of like possible witnesses and stuff. And like this person, like obviously it seemed like they were pretty worried about getting caught. So I hope that would be enough. And then I've also like gotten a little better security on my house. So yeah, like that's my story. Like bad things happen, and I'm still like trying hard to move past it. But I'm like a lot better now. Like I don't have as much anxiety about it. But that was like a really hard period in my life to get through. So thanks for listening, and I don't know. I hope you like the story or can learn from it. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.